Are you awake yet?
No. Hold on. Are we starting the show?
Yeah, we should. We should. You know,
we need one of those clackers.
We don't have one.
Yep.
Our budget doesn't allow us for that.
Shoot.
Good evening. This is John Young from the Disc Jockey News. This is Ben Stowe from NLFX Pro. We are here in the lovely Atlantic City. I guess right now it's not feeling too lovely in here. It's a little warm.
It's not raining in here though.
It's Tuesday night with Ben Stowe, and that's the man, Ben Stowe. Now everyone else went out. Again, we're in Atlantic City at DJ Expo. Everyone else went out and played last night. Well, it's really for us Tuesday morning because we didn't go play. We needed to be here for you to show you kind of the DJ Expo experience here, what that's like if you've never been to a DJ conference. But before we go too far, let's see that shirt of the week. What do you got for us?
Well, before I went out and not played last night, did my show prep to make sure we had things ready for our guests that are going to come. I met up with a good friend of mine, Dan Carpenter, who I think is one of your writers.
Yep.
And Dan gave me this shirt. So I know that I'm a skinny little nerd, but don't judge me by my size. He picked this up at Disney.
And in case you can't see, it's Yoda down there, and you must be this tall for the ride. 40 inches, Yoda, with his Mickey Mouse ears, falls short.
How cool is that? A guy goes to Disney with his family and he thinks about me.
He thinks of you. That's either really cool or really kind of creepy.
Dan is a first class individual.
He is. He would be on the cool side, but I've met some people who would make it on the creepy side.
Yeah, well, fair enough. But I was just thinking about this actually, and since we already got Dan's name in the episode here, being a geek, I think people think that I love math, and I don't. Math I really struggled with in school. I didn't like it. I didn't care how many apples you had or how many you took away. It wasn't until I understood, things like, logarithmic calculations, that would be useful and produce meaningful results that math became, I won't say fun, but at least useful.
Sure.
And so now I use math on a daily basis, and people, who watch me work say, wow, you must really love math. No, I just love the results. But Dan is a math teacher. And I think if I had Dan as a math teacher, I probably would have enjoyed math.
Yes, he's a great guy. Yeah. Great guy, and he's got a great personality. Wonderful person. Well, as we mentioned, we are at DJ Expo, and we are in the NLFX Pro booth right now. And I wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit and have Ben kind of walk us around. Because a lot of us that are watching this, you've probably never been to a DJ convention. And I wanted to give you kind of a flavor of what it's like and, how things go here. So, Ben, are we kind of ready to walk?
Yeah, we can. We've got kind of the Miracle Mile here. We have a long, narrow strip of NLFX booths. One of the things that's unique about the DJ Expo is that every brand we represent has its own space. Whereas at some of the other shows we do, Mobile Beat, for example, we have a demo room and everything's kind of intermixed. But here it's very compartmentalized by brand. So the next 5 booths in a row are us.
Yeah, nice. Well, let's just kind of bounce around and take a look at what are some things that you have on display.
Sure, yeah, we'd love that.
So let's start right behind us, actually. I'm going to tip down just a little bit. Our first one we are at is the Sennheiser. Now, in the industry, Sennheiser, I've known them for some really great quality microphones.
Absolutely.
But now I'm looking, you've got some different things. So walk us through what we have over on the side of it.
Well, functionally speaking, a transducer and a microphone and a transducer and a speaker are electrically very similar. And many times what you find is your transducer companies make both microphones and headphones.
Okay.
And this is certainly the case with Sennheiser. They have award-winning microphones. I think it's noteworthy by the way that there is still a guy with the last name Sennheiser that runs the company. Generation after generation, that's I think pretty unique. They're still privately held, and there's still a guy with that name running the company. They build their Evolution Series microphones in the United States.
This isn't him, by the way.
Well, it could be. No, it's not.
But it's not.
And that's not him either. But if you feel this, John, just take a feel of that. It's it's got some stout to it.
Yeah, it's a solid.
Yeah, and it's remarkably affordable. It's right in line with a lot of the other products that are made overseas, still made in the United States. It's 42 megahertz of tunable bandwidth, 1,680 tunable frequencies, which is certainly the biggest by far of any mic in its price class. So I'm a big fan of the Evolution Wireless. Of course, we sell a lot of other brands and they make good stuff, but this would have to be my go-to right now. This is something really neat right here. We talked last year about the wireless speaker systems.
Yeah.
And using the in-ear monitoring as a wireless speaker system. And one of the challenges people had there was, well, I got to keep putting batteries in this thing.
Yeah.
Well, that is no more. That is done and gone. You no longer have to put batteries in it. You can see this one here has a cord running to it. We have this little battery replacement kit.
Aha, very neat. Are we on video? Yeah, we can see that on video.
Yeah. So no need to buy batteries anymore for the wireless speaker systems. We have these in stock, ready to go. And there you are.
Is that a add-on then with it, or
It is an add-on, yeah.
With
It's additional to the package. They're remarkably affordable. They're made of a couple of Sennheiser parts that we put together in our tech facility. So it's going to avoid the word Frankensteining them together, but yeah.
I've met some of the guys. Yeah, they're Frankie.
Yeah, you've worked with our tech guys.
Yeah, they give them a soldering iron, and they're gonna.
Yeah, I may or may not have done some in a hotel room at one point in my life. Anyway, they're professionally done, and they'll work reliably and replace batteries, and it'll allow you to use the in-ear monitoring system as a wireless speaker system with very high quality audio reproduction. It's a stereo audio signal as opposed to maybe using like a lav mic system inverted. This is designed to take stereo line level audio in and then send that out. And these packs can either sum that into one channel, or you could have your stereo image preserved. One of the really great things about using this as a wireless speaker system is instead of using a lav pack where this is my transmit antenna, here we could go with a rack-mount antenna like this.
Yep.
If you really want to extend the range, you can do it with a log periodic antenna, something like this.
No, what is that called again?
It's called a log periodic.
Okay.
Other times you hear them call a shark fin. Yeah, the ocean is about 100 feet that way.
Yeah.
I might take this out later and try that out.
Have some fun.
That could be pretty awesome, pretty epic.
Shark! All of a sudden,
Shark Week on Discovery Channel. I get the shark fin on. Yeah.
Shark Week on Tuesday night with Ben Stowe.
They're also called batwing antennas. I don't know, but the technical term is log periodic.
Last night.
So,
Threw up a little muzzle.
now, as long as we're talking about that, now you have two here. Would you use two of those also, or just one?
For transmitting on an in-ear monitoring system, or in this case the wireless speaker system, it's not a diversity reception system. We only need one transmit antenna, so you would only need one. There's another type of antenna that we sell. It's not made by Sennheiser, but it's made by a company called RF Venue, and we sell their products. They have a variety of RF-related products, and they have a really nice helical antenna too, and I keep one of those in my production box for in-ear monitors. It's kind of neat. It kind of collapses down, for storage, and pops back up. And anyway, the point being,
that could be a great show for a future Tuesday night.
show. Absolutely.
Yeah, all the different antenna possibilities would be kind of cool.
We can do that. Yeah. Go from quarter wave dipole to log periodic, half wave dipole, omnidirectional paddle, helical. Yeah.
And then we could have a shark sequence at the end.
And a shark sequence. Yeah. The takeaway here is that this gives you options, whereas if you go with this, let's say there's a lav mic pack and you're using this as your transmitter, that's what you have always and forever, and you're limited to that. So this is a much better option. And then of course you can use the plug-in kit now for the reception side of that.
Cool. We're gonna change. I gotta change microphones while we're doing the show. Ben, talk about smart things. I've got to roll that bass off because otherwise. Now the bass should be rolled off because this is again the morning, and they're starting to come in here at DJ Expo, and they're firing up some subs.
We're all about the bass.
We are all
no trouble.
That's all we're
all
gonna.
about.
Okay, let's keep going here. What do we get?
Right.
What do we have next?
Well, this is a pretty cool deal. Normally our show is technical in nature, and we try not to make too much of a sales pitch out of things, but sometimes things are just so great you have to tell them. If you've got a wireless mic system that you don't need anymore, you don't want anymore, maybe it's in the 700 megahertz band, which of course is no longer legal to use, Sennheiser's going to give you up to $150 back. If you buy one of their Evolution wirelesses, they'll give you $100 back. Buy one of the XSW wirelesses, they're going to give you $50 back. If you buy one of the 300 series wirelesses, they're going to give you $150 back. And quite literally, if you were enterprising, you could go buy a cheap $50 wireless, brand new off the shelf, send it in, and make $100 on it. And hopefully Sennheiser doesn't watch this video.
Shh! You didn't see anything.
They ran this deal this time last year too, and I literally had people going to pawn shops here in Atlantic City and looking for wireless systems that they were going to use to trade in. But bottom line, Sennheiser honors the deal. They're a great stand-up company. You send in the wireless, they're going to give you $150 back. That's a rebate after buying one of their systems.
Wow.
And then, like we talked about the transducers, their headphones, legendary. They make some some exceptionally high quality headphones and in-ear monitoring systems. They make very good transducers all the way around.
And the in-ear monitor, I'm seeing more and more of that. Even just this past year at NAMM, there was a lot of that, and it's becoming a big thing, I think.
Well, I think there's really good reasons, not the least of which being that your choices otherwise are to have a monitor speaker of some kind. Whether a monitor stack, drum stack, if you're a drummer, a DJ, have a monitor wedge maybe, or a monitor speaker. And that monitor speaker has to be loud enough to overcome all the ambient noise around you. So, you're getting hammered with that all night. And maybe that's, when we're young and foolish, that sounds like a lot of fun and a good idea. But as we advance in our career and you're doing a lot of shows and you start understanding, the physiology of hearing loss and the fact that your hearing is important to your career, you start looking for ways to protect that. And an in-ear monitor will, give you like a 20 dB reduction of the outside noise.
Yeah.
And it allows you to hear a very isolated monitor signal.
Let's actually, and it's going to be a little tough to see. I'll bring this up here a little bit. When Ben's talking about the reduction of noise, now, what causes that?
Well, I mean, fairly simple concept, really. We're just blocking it out.
And blocking it out, we've got little different sized rubber gaskets.
The little rubber gaskets, yeah. There are foam ones as well. There are also custom molded ones you can have made that you can have attached to these. And most of your professionals that you see on stage will have custom molded ones that are a perfect fit for your ear. They're very comfortable, and they block out a lot of sound. There's a couple different schools of thought on hearing loss. And I don't know if we've actually done a show on this or not. I can't remember.
I don't know, we haven't yet. This is probably another. Look at all
lead into the future show.
Future show here.
Well, there's two different schools of thought on why we lose our hearing. One is socioacousis and one is presbyacousis. Presbyacousis is the thought that it's just simply we get old and the parts wear out.
Yep.
But there seems to be a lot of very strong evidence now that it's actually socioacousis, which is the continued exposure to loud noise. And actually, even if we just listen around right now, we hear, air handling, we hear vacuums running, we hear, just ambient noise in an otherwise quiet show floor. There's still quite a lot of decibels that our ears are being pounded with right now. So it makes sense. When you do something like that to your hearing, it's going to wear out.
Yeah.
And in-ear monitors are going to help prevent having to have that loud sound being blasted at you night after night after night as you're performing.
Very cool. Very cool. We should keep going. We don't want to go too terribly long with the show tonight. Where are we at next?
That's a request from the viewers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've got 4 or 5 different spots we want to make sure we hit. Now, we've already talked about some of the products in some of our other shows, but we're going to just move us around here. Let's see, can we go? I think we can go right like that and catch the next 2. Come on over, Ben. We'll talk about. Now we're moving into the Galaxy Audio section of the NLFX Pro booth right now. I'm going to turn this over. Next, I'm going to bring us closer. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this is shot live in the morning and basically is going to be put up tonight, or put up now so you can see it. So, and when we're remote, we don't have a lot of editing capability. So, if Ben starts, telling bad jokes, I'm sorry.
It's the only kind of jokes I know.
So tell us about it. Now, are these cordless? What do we got here?
They are. This is the Traveler series, and these are. There we go. They are actually battery powered. They have a built-in mixer on them. Fire this guy up. See, no cords.
Yeah.
It's got 2 wireless mic receivers, CD player, and USB and SD card inputs on it. Basically, it's a sound system in a box, ready to go. Perfect to take out to a ceremony. Someplace maybe you don't have or need power. Something out on a beach, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's got wheels, ready to transport, pop-up handle. It's pretty much just. Well, now Galaxy says they're going to use this in their marketing. I told Grant, the national sales manager, I said it's awesome in a box. So if you see that in future ads, that's all me. All right, awesome in a box.
And you'll get the T-shirt made soon.
That's right, awesome in a box. Don't judge me by my size.
Awesome.
I'm clever and stuff. Anyway, transport wheels, pop-up handle, 10-inch 2-way. There's an 8-inch you can see behind us.
That's over there, the 8-inch. And then,
pretty much exactly the same thing. Yes, and that guy.
And then, it's so cute.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, you know, here again, you've got wireless mic receiver, SD card, USB, built-in mixer, charge indicator, and this one has Bluetooth on board as well.
Very nice.
So yeah, we can stream our audio right from our phone or you know, iPad or other device right into this. You know, good for small, you know, applications where portable PA is you know, required.
Yeah, I can definitely see something like this if you're doing kind of a backyard party and you need a little bit of sound around the side.
Absolutely.
It certainly would give a little bit of, yeah.
Yeah, anywhere you don't need, you know, dance floor quality sound, but just you need some presence.
Yeah, very cool. Very nice. And they've got a couple of other things we were looking at. They also have...
Yeah, this is a great deal on microphones for the show. I don't know if I'm allowed to say on camera how great a deal, so you'll just have to
yeah,
contact
exactly. I
us.
think we'll leave that because some of you might be seeing this way after the show.
Really good deal.
And that's part of shows, DJ shows, is that there's deals that they can only offer at the show, that the manufacturers are involved with that. So that's one of the reasons we can't talk about it. But
Right.
If it's something that you're seeing tonight and you're really, really interested, get a hold of Ben and he'll take care of it.
Email me, tweet me, Facebook me, message me, Skype me. Just drop me myself a line, or Stacy or Kat or some of the folks from our staff, and we'll make sure you get the show deal. But they are show exclusives.
Which this would be another one of those.
It is. This is basically you know, like your Black Friday doorbuster. This is a cash and carry deal. This is a 2-channel wireless system. It's going to roll out the door for an exceptionally good price. We will honor it to our Disc Jockey News you know, TV viewers. Just you have to contact us you know, during the show.
Yep. And then that's this week only. This week only.
Please don't snooze and lose.
Let's keep moving on down because we've got. Geez, we're not even halfway through yet, are we?
No. This check this out right
Oh,
here, John.
yeah. Let's do that.
This is not quite complete. There's a custom back panel that's not quite. We're still getting ready here, obviously, for the show to open today. This is basically a ceremony system to go. You've got power distribution. You've got a 10-channel mixer. We put on the custom rack panel in the back, there's auxiliary inputs for mics and additional lines, things like that. If you have a guitar player playing, you take a direct box, plug it into one of your mic lines. Has a CD player with USB and SD card right in the rack, and 4 channels of wireless. So we can run 4 handhelds, 4 lavs, 2 handhelds, 2 lavs, any combination, depending on how you configure it. But basically a ready-to-roll ceremony system. On the back is power distribution for output to loudspeakers, signal, power. Other end goes to your powered loudspeaker, done and done. Something quick, easy, very, very capable, very robust, ready to roll out the door. And of course, we have a pretty awesome package price on this as well.
Very cool. Wow, neat. And four receivers in that small of an area there.
4 receivers.
Very nice. How technology has changed
Right?
from our first microphones. Okay, let's kind of reset here because we're going to be looking at some of the rock and roller. Where are we at? I want to move us a little bit. There we are. Then we're going to we'll come over here so we can be in the picture a little bit. And actually, let's take a knee so we can talk. You can talk about these a little bit. I'm gonna adjust. And again, apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for this, but this is what happens when you do things live.
I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for my untanned legs. I'm from Minnesota.
We're from yeah. That's what happens. Rock and roller. We have talked a lot about these, and you got every
Yes, and every is a bigger collection than it used to be.
Yeah,
Because now we have the brand new R18.
well, I have not seen this one.
No, you haven't.
Oh, I'm gonna move that in. We gotta come into that.
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
do this. Go ahead, Ben. Show us what that's.
All right. Well, you saw it here first, folks. This thing has some pretty mega wheels. You can see as compared to the traditional rock and roller wheels.
Wow,
Yeah, quite a lot bigger.
much larger.
Yeah. The capacity on this is, I don't know, something like 10,000 pounds or something. You can tow it behind your pickup. I don't know, but maybe not really.
Yeah, that's not a suggestion.
Might be a gross exaggeration.
Slightly, maybe, kind of.
But the capacity is something like 750 pounds or something. Literally, it's some number that's up there.
Yes.
And you've got these, big, wide swivel R-track tires, big tires on the back. The tubing is just super beefy. It's the largest cart in the collection now, the R18.
Yeah. Very cool. Let's just run through the models as you're going through. So
All right. Well, let's start over here.
Model numbers and such. And
This is the smallest cart. This is the Rock and Roll Mini hand truck. This collapses down, this folds up, and the whole thing is a footprint only about that big. It's basically just a folding hand truck. This is the R2. Deck does extend. So it'll extend to about twice that width. We've got the R6. Oh, excuse me, this is the R16. They snuck this one in the middle here. As you can see, this one also has the wide tires on the back and the wide tires on the front. Now, this one was shown at NAMM, and people have been asking and asking, when are we going to see it? When are we going to see it?
Yes.
It's here. We have it. NLFX Pro, the R16. You can get yours now.
nice.
All right, moving right along. Here we've got the R14. And then, of course, we looked at the R18, which has the bigger wheels and whatnot. Over here, now we've got the R6. Here's the R8, just a little bit bigger. The R10, or as we like to affectionately call it, the Rio. And then the R12, which is the best-selling cart by far in the line. Although I think the R16 is going to rapidly become the best-selling cart.
Which the R16 is the wider tires.
The monster truck tires, heck yeah!
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And then with the Rock and Roller, there are parts.
Parts. You know, one of the greatest things about Rock and Roller, and we did an episode on this, is that these things last virtually forever, and you continually buy parts to keep them in service. You know, things wear out, wheels wear out, and that sort of thing. Rock and Roller has wheels and things here people can pick up, take home, and bring their carts back to a like-new state.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Good stuff. If you guys want to check it out, you can go and search on DJNTV.com and go to Tuesday with Ben Stowe, and you'll be able to find the episode we did on Rock and Roller carts. We talked a lot about those in that show.
So instead of partying in Atlantic City, you can spend your whole night watching us. You know.
It'd be awesome. You'll
right?
need counseling, and we're not responsible for anything.
Big disclaimer there.
So we're running out of time with the show, so we're just going to kind of jump ahead and show you. We've got the rest of the row right behind us, and Ben, now you guys carry Martin lighting. I mean, this is really cool stuff here. Is that something that you guys are carrying? And
yeah, absolutely, we carry Martin. Of course, you know they're one of the oldest names in lighting.
When we first started, man, that was a strive to get the Martin lights. That was
Back
such
in
a
the
big
day,
deal.
absolutely. Quality is definitely there. See a lot of their stuff spec'd on riders. They were recently acquired by Harman, which is the parent company of JBL, Crown, BSS, DBX, Lexicon, Soundcraft, Studer, AKG, AMX now. So Harman is a major heavyweight in the audio and touring industry. And they recently acquired Martin, and I think that's going to be a good thing.
Yeah.
The Martin Rush series that you can see behind us is it's a more affordable lighting from Martin. It's it's still a very high quality product. It's just it's backed by Martin's legendary service and support.
Yeah.
But it's not as pricey as a Mac Viper or something like that.
Yeah, some of those are. That's a chunk of change. Awesome lights, great for concerts, but
absolutely
getting some things that'll fit into more of a DJ budget.
Yeah, we have a lot of DJs that have the Rush series, even some small production companies. I mean, it's very capable.
Very cool. Very nice, very nice. And then beyond, now we can't get much closer than this because they're still setting up and getting things ready, is Laser World. Now tell us about a couple, you guys won't be able to see much again because they're still setting up and they're busy running wires and things.
Well, I think the one thing that I really want to point out to all of our viewers, this is a special treat.
Holy cats.
You all know him from the Top Gun DJ, but that is the legendary Alan Dodson vacuuming the floor right there.
He's a man of many talents.
That's all you need to know about trade show life right there. I will do unspeakable things right up to washing dishes, but just not that far. Anyway, I will probably even vacuum a few floors myself. Laser World is one of the world's largest distributors and manufacturers of high-powered laser systems. They've got lasers from $150 on up to I think we looked at one the other day. It was like 30 or 40,000. So they've got a pretty broad range. They're the world's largest distributor of Penguin laser software. So there's some great deals on that. Great deals on the lasers too, of course. They're still wrapping up, but they've just made a kind of a major shift in their North America philosophy, and we're excited to be a part of that.
Very cool, very cool. We'll shoot some more once it's up and running.
Yeah, it looks way cooler when they're on.
Yeah, we'll be shooting some video on individual products and different things, so you'll be able to see those on the Disc Jockey News YouTube channel.
How about another shot of Alan vacuuming?
Can we see Alan? Vacuuming.
And here,
We'll,
let me give you my. Are you still filming? Sorry.
we are. We'll be back. They're so excited, the Laser World guys are, because they've got some really cool things, and they want to tell us more about it, and we'll get you that video footage because there are some really cool things. And the final part of tonight's show that we wanted to share with you, because again, we wanted to give you that trade show experience. We need to introduce you to the rest of the NLFX Pro team. Ladies, can you make a moment for us to come over and say hi to everyone?
Look at that, they're working hard.
They
They're,
are.
Responding to your messages on Facebook, Twitter, Skype, wherever,
Smoke
email.
signals, whatever's working
Carrier
for you.
pigeons. We saw lots of pigeons here. I wonder if they were carrier pigeons.
Ben, can you introduce your team?
Certainly. Here in the red is the lovely Stacy Pittman, and in the blue, the woman who, after 11 years in the industry, needs no introduction, but the lovely Kat Carlson. Valued members of our team, and we appreciate very much your support.
We're happy to be here. Absolutely.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We gave you a little taste of DJ Expo from the NLFX Pro. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks.
Yeah, you guys
Back to work.
Get back.
Chop. Go answer those emails. So take care of our valued customers like you.
That's what it's all about. So hopefully you get a feel for what the DJ convention experience is like here, especially with the NLFX Pro team and their booth. Some good stuff on Tuesday night.
Lunacy, pure lunacy. Alan, come here for a minute.
Alan, bring your vacuum.
Come here. We have some great shots of you vacuuming the floor. The legendary Alan Dodson, Top Gun DJ, right there. Man will do anything.
I started my career as a janitor at Walmart in 1972.
Oh, you haven't lost your touch. You haven't lost your touch.
Good stuff, good stuff. We're going to wrap up tonight's show. If you have a question or a thought, you can get a hold of Ben on Facebook, on Twitter. You can email, go to the NLFX Pro website, and we'll put those links in the description below so you can check all that out. But get a hold of Ben if you want some of the show deals. It's a this week only thing. If you saw something cool, Ben will still take really good care of you on those things, so get a hold of him. I got a question. Go to Twitter, and that's hashtag NLFXBen.
Right.
Without our little graphic, I sometimes forget.
Or email me, ben@nlfxpro.com. Find me on Facebook, Skype me.
Send him a t-shirt.
Send me a t-shirt, yeah, like follow Dan's example.
Dan did well. We're gonna wrap things up though. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching tonight. This is Tuesday Night with Ben Stowe. Good night.